Sealing technique, phantom dragons. 9 consuming seals, the sealing technique, phantom dragons. 9 consuming seals is one of the most powerful and complex sealing jutsu in the ninja world. This technique was developed with the primary purpose of capturing and sealing the tailed beasts, the most fearsome creatures in the shinobi universe. At its core, this is a ritualistic sealing technique that requires close coordination between multiple powerful ninja. During the process, Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki, summons the demonic statue of the outer path. Each Akatsuki member stands on one of the statue's fingers, corresponding to the special ring they wear. When the ritual begins, 9 ghostly chakra dragons emerge from the statue's mouth, surrounding the jinchūriki, or the tailed beast itself if it is unsealed. This process is excruciatingly painful for the jinchūriki, as the dragons slowly extract the tailed beast from their body. With all 9 Akatsuki members participating, the process takes 3 continuous days to complete. According to Zetsu, another Akatsuki member, if fewer people are involved, the process will take significantly longer. Once finished, the tailed beast is sealed within the statue, and one of its 9 eyes opens, marking the success of the ritual. However, the cost is the jinchūriki's life, as they cannot survive the separation from their tailed beast. Now, I really want to thank you for subscribing to my channel, which helps increase the subscriber to viewer ratio. However, the unsubscribed viewer ratio is still quite high, so I hope you will continue to subscribe to the channel to help our team reach the very first milestone, 1,000 subs. I really appreciate that. Next, we'll go to Adamantine sealing chains. The adamantine sealing chains is one of the most powerful and secretive techniques of the Uzumaki clan. Renowned for their mastery of sealing techniques, the Uzumaki clan stands unmatched by any other family or nation in this field. The adamantine sealing chains is a special technique taught to all clan members, showcasing the unparalleled expertise of the Uzumaki in sealing arts. This technique allows the user to create massive chakra chains from their body, which can spread out in all directions. These chains are capable of completely restraining and immobilizing their target. Their durability surpasses anything else, to the point where even tailed beasts, creatures with immense and terrifying power, cannot break free. What's more, the chains have the unique ability to suppress chakra, making their user an ideal candidate to become a jinchūriki. The chains can also be woven together to form an impenetrable barrier for defense. Kushina Uzumaki once used this technique to confine the Ninetales within a specific area, even when the beast still possessed both its yin and yang chakra. Kushina, with her extraordinary vitality and ability to wield the adamantine sealing chains, was considered the perfect jinchūriki. Throughout her time as the host of the Ninetales, the beast never once escaped her control, as she could subdue it within her own mind using this technique. Before her death, Kushina left a portion of her chakra within her son, Naruto. This chakra later manifested the chains once again when Naruto attempted to tame the Ninetales. In addition to its sealing capabilities, the adamantine sealing chains can be used as a devastating offensive technique. Instead of binding the target, the chains can be directed to attack, destroying anything in their path. Karin, another member of the Uzumaki clan, once awakened this technique to destroy Tobi's massive wooden statue. However, according to Orochimaru, her version was only a fraction of the strength Kushina could achieve. The way Karin awakened this ability remains a mystery. Since it is a secret technique and not a bloodline limit, Karin did not naturally inherit this power at birth. However, if Karin could unlock and use this technique, it suggests that Naruto might also be able to do the same. The Reaper Death Seal. The Reaper Death Seal also originates from the Uzumaki clan. Kushina Uzumaki, the wife of the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze, was a master of sealing techniques and was the one who taught this technique to her husband. It is an extremely dangerous and highly secretive technique, so much so that even Orochimaru, an expert in countless jutsu, was unaware of its existence until it was used by the 3rd Hokage. The mechanism of this jutsu involves the user performing a complex series of hand seals to summon the death god, Shinigami. When summoned, the death god appears behind the user, using its hair to restrain their soul. Initially, only the summoner can see the death god. After the death god chants an incantation and a cursed seal appears on its left arm, it stabs its hand into the summoner's soul. From that moment, the death god's arm can pass through the summoner's body to grab hold of the target's soul. Interestingly, the target can only see the death god when their soul is being seized. In the history of ninjas, there are two notable instances where this technique left a profound impact. The first case was when Minato Namikaze used it to save the Hidden Leaf Village from the Nine-Tails, Kurama. He separated Kurama's yin and yang chakra, sealing the yang half into his newborn son, Naruto, while taking the yin half with him into the afterlife. The second case occurred during the battle between the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, and his former student, Orochimaru. Despite his old age, Hiruzen fought valiantly and ultimately decided to use the Reaper Death Seal. By combining the technique with his Shadow Clone Jutsu, he managed to seal multiple souls simultaneously, including those of the first and second Hokage. Although he was unable to seal Orochimaru completely, he succeeded in sealing Orochimaru's arms, rendering him unable to perform jutsu, and condemning him to constant, unbearable pain. Later on, Orochimaru discovered a way to release the souls trapped by the Reaper Death Seal through a technique called Dead Demon Consuming Seal, release. However, the price for performing this jutsu is extremely high, as the user must cut open their own stomach, which can lead to their death. Orochimaru cleverly avoided this fate by quickly transferring his consciousness into a new body before dying. Overall, many consider this to be the most powerful sealing technique in the series. Since the user must sacrifice their own life to activate it, the jutsu is classified as a forbidden technique. The Tatsuka Sword. The Tatsuka Sword is a mystical and powerful weapon in the world of Naruto. Essentially, it is a supernatural artifact with a sword blade that appears from a sake bottle. What makes this sword special is that it is enchanted with an extremely powerful sealing technique. When an opponent is stabbed by the Tatsuka, their soul is sucked into the sake bottle and trapped forever in a beautiful, dreamlike illusion world, similar to a jinjutsu. It was used to completely remove Sasuke Uchiha's cursed seal of heaven from his body when Itachi pulled Orochimaru out of his younger brother's body and sealed him into the sake bottle. Additionally, Itachi used the sword to separate Nagato's soul from his body, after Kabuto used the impure world reincarnation to control him. Itachi told Nagato that he would seal him once and for all. This means that the victim would be trapped forever in the illusion world, with no chance of escape. Before being completely sealed, Nagato said he would go to the place where Jiraiya was waiting, though it's uncertain whether he was telling the truth. The Tatsuka Sword can cut through almost any material, just like a regular sword. This was clearly demonstrated when Itachi easily severed 7 of the 8 heads of Orochimaru's giant snake form. The power and uniqueness of the Tatsuka Sword make it a weapon that many desire. According to Zetsu, Orochimaru spent his entire life searching for this sword, but it ended up in Itachi's hands. The Desert Layered Imperial Funeral Seal. The Desert Layered Imperial Funeral Seal is Gaara sealing technique. He used this powerful jutsu to seal the second Mizukage, an incredibly strong opponent, during the 4th Great Ninja War. In terms of how it works, this technique begins with the user manipulating a large amount of sand to surround the target. This process doesn't happen instantly, but is carried out in multiple consecutive layers, creating a complex and difficult-to-escape structure. Each layer of sand is stacked not only to imprison the target, but also to prevent any attempts to break out from within. These layers are compressed to form a massive pyramid. This structure is one of the sturdiest architectural designs, capable of distributing pressure and maintaining stability for an extended period. Once the pyramid is complete, it becomes an impenetrable prison designed to hold even the most powerful opponents. The 8 Trigrams Sealing Style. The 8 Trigrams sealing style is one of the most iconic sealing techniques in the Naruto world. Technically, the 8 Trigrams sealing style is built upon the foundation of the 4 symbol seal. The four-symbol seal allows the user to trap a target, be it an enemy or a tailed beast, within an object or another person. This is the seal that appeared on Minato's stomach when he sealed half of the 9 tails into himself. When two four-symbol seals are placed on top of each other, they form a much stronger barrier, known as the 8 Trigram sealing style. This is the very seal seen on Naruto's stomach. During the night of the 9 Tails attack on the Hidden Leaf Village, despite being severely injured, Minato created 2 overlapping four-symbol seals, forming the 8 Trigrams sealing style, to contain Kurama's massive chakra within his newborn son, Naruto Uzumaki. Minato intentionally left the seals slightly misaligned, allowing a portion of Kurama's chakra to mix with Naruto's own. This gave Naruto accelerated healing abilities and access to the tailed beast's power when needed. On Naruto's body, the 8 Trigram seal appears as a circular pattern on his stomach, becoming more visible when he begins using Kurama's chakra. However, overusing the tailed beast's energy could gradually corrupt Naruto's mind and body. Anticipating this, Minato sealed a portion of his and Kushina's chakra into the seal as a safeguard, enabling their spirits to appear and reinforce the seal during critical moments. Another crucial aspect of this sealing technique is the key to the seal, which was inscribed on the scroll toad Jirodora and entrusted to Jiraiya, Naruto's godfather. This tool has the ability to completely remove or strengthen the power of the seal. Instead of reinforcing it, Jiraiya used the key to weaken a part of the 8 Trigram seal, allowing Naruto greater access to Kurama's chakra during his training. The 5 Elements Seal. Naruto used Kurama's chakra during his encounter with Orochimaru in the Forest of Death during the Chunin exams. At that moment, the 8 Trigram seal on his stomach became clearly visible. Orochimaru focused his chakra into the 5 fingers of one hand and forcefully pressed them against Naruto's seal. When the 5 Elements seal, an odd-numbered seal, was applied over the 4-symbol seal, an even-numbered seal, it caused a disruption due to the imbalance between odd and even numbers. In Naruto Uzumaki's case, the 5 Elements seal disrupted the flow of his chakra, preventing him from accessing Kurama's chakra and making it difficult for him to use his own chakra effectively. When the seal was first applied, Naruto immediately lost consciousness. Later, Jiraiya removed the 5 Elements seal from Naruto, restoring the balance and allowing him to use his chakra more freely. The Evil Sealing Method. The Evil Sealing Method, similar to Orochimaru's 5 Elements seal, is a sealing technique that Kakashi used to suppress the cursed seal of heaven on Sasuke. However, instead of disrupting and unbalancing the chakra flow like the 5 Elements seal, Kakashi's sealing method is meant to control and suppress the cursed seal, preventing its power from spreading and affecting Sasuke. When performing the Evil Sealing Method, Kakashi had to write long lines of symbols using his own blood, extending from the cursed seal to the surrounding area. Once the technique was completed and activated, the symbols would converge and surround the cursed seal, with the blood acting like chains that prevent the curse's power from spreading. Applying the Evil Sealing Method is quite painful, and the recipient can lose consciousness after receiving it. The Evil Sealing Method can only suppress the cursed seal, not remove it. Its effectiveness also depends on the will of the recipient. If the recipient wants it to work, this method will resist the seal's effects as much as possible. However, if the user wants the cursed seal to be activated, the evil sealing will be unable to stop it. For this reason, after Kakashi Hatake suppressed Sasuke Uchiha's cursed seal of heaven, Kakashi worked hard to train Sasuke so that he would not be tempted by the seal's power, especially by teaching him the Chidori technique. However, this was not enough, and Sasuke willingly accepted the influence of the cursed seal of heaven. In the years that followed, the evil seal remained on Sasuke, but it no longer worked because Sasuke no longer needed it. When the cursed seal of heaven was finally removed, the evil seal on Sasuke's body was also removed. The fire sealing method. The fire sealing method is a rather unique ability that allows the user to attract and capture nearby fire release techniques into an empty space within a sealing scroll. This is the technique Jiraiya once used. It has the ability to seal away any kind of fire, and the flames remain in their original state until the user decides to release the seal, allowing the fire to be unleashed once again. In general, fire release techniques in Naruto are relatively easy to counter. However, Amaterasu is an exception. Its flames cannot be extinguished by water or any other means, and will burn indefinitely. Because of this, Jiraiya, when faced with Itachi's Amaterasu flames, used this technique to seal them away. There is also another technique with a similar concept, but it is used by Sai. The sealing technique, Tiger Vision Stering Bullet. The sealing technique, Tiger Vision Stering Bullet, is a highly specialized jutsu that requires intense focus and exceptional drawing skills. Sai used this technique during the Fourth Great Ninja War to trap one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist within his artwork. The user begins by drawing a giant tiger, and once completed, the illustration comes to life, leaping out of the scroll. While still connected to the scroll, the tiger captures its target with its claws and teeth, then pulls the victim back into the scroll, trapping them within the confines of the drawing. Due to the enormous size of the illustration, the user requires a significant amount of time to complete the drawing. During this period, they must be protected, as their full attention is devoted to the task. In the anime, Danzo remarked that to make this technique more powerful, Sai needed to harness his emotions. If the user is overwhelmed by negative emotions, their eyes turn black, their pupils become red, and a dark substance seeps from their eyes and mouth. Initially, Sai struggled to control this effect due to his training in Root, but after witnessing Rock Lee's determination to protect his comrades and recalling his time with Team Kakashi, he managed to overcome it. I suddenly remembered a very special sealing technique. It's not used by the user, nor is it meant to imprison or hold something, and that is the 3 jewels suction crushing technique. This technique is a display of puppets 6, 7, and 8 from the Chikamatsu collection, controlled by Chiyo. These 3 puppets form a triangular formation, and by activating mechanisms marked with Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, they trigger this technique. A terrifying whirlwind erupts, sucking the targets into the center of the formation. Everything sucked into the center is crushed completely with tremendous force, and then blasted out from the back. This technique is used to destroy and eliminate enemies. When evaluating this technique, it can be seen as a highly effective tool in battles, especially when facing multiple opponents at once. However, its weakness lies in the possibility of the suction force being overloaded, making the puppets vulnerable to attacks. We've seen this technique be destroyed when Sasori's overwhelming number of puppets attacked. There are many sealing techniques in Naruto, ranging from simple to complex. However, I've saved some of them to explain separately in videos about special Fuinjutsu, which I categorize as barrier jutsu. It's quite interesting and diverse. Stay tuned to see. By the way, would you like me to make a video explaining any other topics? Feel free to suggest below. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.